Hi everybody, this is Daniel with Supreme Auto Glass, and today we got this Toyota Corolla that got vandalized, so it has a big crack in the middle. So as you know, we usually use the corded tools, but we're not going to be able to use it on this one. So we got to go the old traditional route. So we have these Ultra Wiz quarter knives, and so it's going to be the first time that I show them on video. So this is how we start using these quarter knives. So we're going to use the smallest blade, and we're going to come up here in the corner, and so we're going to come and get underneath the molding, in between the molding and the glass. And put on our safety glasses, and you're going to keep this as parallel as you can with the glass and the blade. Then we're going to come up here and go as far as we can. So this is the only time you really need to use these quarter knives, is for situations like this. So we're gonna angle it and get it in, and then keep this as parallel as we can. And then up here, same thing. So when you come across these broken pieces, you really gotta angle the the blade down to be able to continue cutting the urethane and not the glass. But it's really, there's no structural integrity here. So each blade that we have, it progresses from about a ½ inch all the way up to 1.25 inches. So we really gotta be in there and be careful. So here's our smallest blade compared to the largest one. So you gotta ease your way up into it. To be able to progress. And the most important part is having control, because this is where you end up with scratches along the paint and the pinch weld. So before I completely release the glass, we're gonna remove the cowl to be able to cut underneath. So the top is just missing this large blade to be able to completely release it. So we're gonna take off the cowl really quickly. So here we're gonna use our extractor to cut the bottom to release it. We got a little piece of cardboard that we have left over from a back glass that we did. So this is gonna be our shield, so we can lift up while we release the bottom. So we're gonna use some water to lubricate the bottom and make it easier for our blade to slide. So we're gonna angle here down this corner, and then we're gonna go half a blade at a time to release that urethane. So now we're gonna get our cold knife, the longest size, and we're going to fully release it. So now we're gonna get the glass and we're gonna put it inside of the trash can. Now we're gonna go ahead and clean up this mess. So here we're gonna spray down the pinch weld. And then we're gonna remove all of this dirt. We're supposed to clean before we trim the pinch weld, but there was so much glass that we couldn't. There would still be contamination all left over, especially with the underside molding. So we're gonna wipe it down. Make sure there's no glass. So now we're gonna use this activator to dry up all of the water and decontaminate. We're gonna let it flash, and then we're gonna add the 207 primer. So as that activator was taking time to flash, I wanted a vacuum so that we could wait enough time. So this 207 primer, we gotta shake about 10 seconds. Make sure that it's all nice and mixed. Every time you apply primer or activator, you gotta make sure you go one way. Don't go back and forth. And every time you need more primer or activator, be sure to use a different dauber. Can't be using the same dauber. So now we're gonna wait for this primer to flash. And then we're gonna prime, and then we're gonna gun over the urethane. So it's been about 4 minutes or so. So the urethane is the most important part. We gotta take our time, make sure it's nice and straight. Slow is steady and steady is fast. So you can pretty much do any windshield with these tools, with these core knives, and with that extractor. But we only use these for emergencies like this where you can't use a cord. It'll just immediately break on you. But we should always strive to be more professional, and that's why every job that we do, we always use those corded tools. So if you call somebody and the first thing they pull out are these blades and the extractor, well, I mean, I don't know what to say about that. These tools you can find at Harbor Freight. So anybody can do it, but just because you can doesn't mean you should. You should always call a professional and make sure that they follow the guidelines. We have several certifications and several, classes that we go to, seminars. So for any professional installer out there, just keep up with your schooling. But that's pretty much it. A proper windshield replacement.